Wednesday
Coach,
coming.
Wednesday coming. What is good?
It is. WNBA Finals is here. Wednesday coming. If you tune in to CC Show, I'm Coach Coleman. It says, Sess. Good West.
Sess. Favorite not to what up tendencies. What's good, Coach?
What's good? We back in this. I've just been
Wednesday.
lurking in the shadows, listening to a lot of lies, not really putting comments. Yeah, I had to make that confession. I was just being a spectator.
All good.
Just taking all in the good times and the laughters and the things that make you go,
Oh man, there's been a lot of stuff. Oh shoot, where that volume came from? There's been a lot of stuff going on.
It has. So we got a lot to talk about. You know, we weren't here since last Wednesday, and we've had some interesting events unfold for the WNBA Finals as we come. Also, we have another hurricane on the rise that hits. So that's
Milton on the way.
Milton Bradley, huh? No, I don't know. Not playing games though. That's not playing games.
They said we ain't seen nothing like Milton in 100 years.
So, man, be kind to the earth. Look, I know people in the street say, "Be kind to the earth." So,
hey, listen. If you don't believe Mother Nature will sit you down.
Yep. Be kind to the earth. Stop that drilling all the time.
I mean, sheesh. Please.
This is a sports show. We're not talking that. I don't know much about OPEC and all that stuff, so I don't have.
I definitely ain't in the
conversation. We had baseball. Did the Mets win last night? We got baseball.
The Mets not playing. The Mets not playing with y'all. I said yesterday they was thinking about a Subway Series, and it looked like
Mets and Yankees, series, right? But I don't know. Kansas City trying to get back.
Yeah. But I think people had just kind of counted the Mets out, and it was like, the Mets. We'll see, whatever the Mets.
Right.
Like, the Mets. Yeah, we'll see the Mets. So,
I mean, what was the last World Subway Series? Early 2000s, I think.
I know that they've had one. I don't remember it as regularly as I'm not a New Yorker. So
it was dope. I'm sure there was a lot of bar fights.
What sticks out more for me though is gonna be the Bay Area Bridge series. So I was in the Bay for that, and that was A's Giants. So
okay.
That was.
I'm sure that was pretty intense.
That was 89. That was the year of the quake. So they were at a game, and the bridge, part of the Bay Bridge fell, and lights went out, and you see the people on the field like trying to find their people, and the game was over. And how do you get from San Francisco? And yeah, man, that was a crazy time. As a matter of fact, it's coming up here soon, October 17th, 1989, 5:17 p.m. 7.1 hit the Bay. Where were you?
You were still in the Bay at that time?
Yeah, I had just got to the Bay. That was my introduction to Quake.
Oh, yeah, that was welcome.
Yeah, well, I had been there maybe like 2 years or so, but it hadn't been a quake. So it was like,
okay.
I'm sitting in the library, and they like, get under the table, take cover. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? They like, earthquake. Oh, okay.
He's like, did you feel anything, or?
It's a rumble. It just rolls, but it rolled for a long time, and it was like, okay.
Throw your balance off and stuff.
Oh yeah, you know, my mom said at the time she was driving, and so the feeling was like as if all of your tires were going flat at a different, you know, because it's rolling. So it's like, oh, is that tire flat? Oh, what's going on with my car? I mean, what I remember most though probably about it was just like the devastation. Like it wasn't like thousands of people, but I'll never forget like we had the Cypress Freeway fail in West Oakland. I'll never forget the smell of death, like all of those bodies and all of them people working and getting them people out of them cars and stuff that passed on that overpass. The stories. AC Transit is the bus there. I remember one of the bus drivers being like, people on the bus cussing them out like, what are you doing? Because they driving off fast. And the bus driver's like, they don't see what I see behind me, because all I see behind me is the freeway falling under me. So I'm racing, trying not to be on the part of this freeway, the part of this freeway that's gonna fall out, fall off. So it's like y'all cussing me out, and I'm trying to save us. So I just remember like it was just weird. It was weird. And then going outside, because I went to school right across the street from a grocery store. I think it was Lucky's at the time, and it was Albertsons, and then maybe it's back Lucky's again. I don't know, but people running out of there. Some of them, just in general like chaos, and then someone was just straight looting. You seen right away. The thieves came out right away when they saw the lights went out. You seen baskets of meat rolling out the grocery store, just all kind of stuff. People were people said their purses and stuff came up missing in the store. It was crazy. It was really a crazy time. And I was probably about like 11 or 12 at that time. So it was a really weird time.
Well,
but
that is a time in history. 1989.
Bay Area Bridge Series. And I think the A's ended up winning the battle of the battle of the bridge battle. I think the A's won.
Well, yeah, we got to check that, but I think
that was the 40-40 year. I think that was a 40-40 year. I think Canseco and McGuire both went 40-40. We had Dave Henderson, Ricky Henderson, Kevin Mitchell was hitting for the Giants. So yeah,
can't forget Kevin Mitchell.
Kevin Mitchell, legend. So if you were into baseball, it was a historic time for us.
Kevin Mitchell, Tony Gwynn.
I think Kevin Mitchell was the first baseball player I seen with a goal too. Straight up. Yeah, it's Kevin Mitchell, Tony Gwynn. Like those were the names I know. Darryl Strawberry, Eric Davis, David Justice. Like those were the baseball players that Mickey Mantle, them dudes. Yeah. Well, back to basketball.
How
we got down, and I got my Yankee cap on today, so I don't know how.
Right. It is playoffs, so we just had to tap in for a moment into baseball, see what's going on, and so there is a potential Subway Series collision course headed.
Hopefully, are you a Yankee Mets fan? Are you a Yankee Mets? You like any of them?
I grew up in New Jersey, so you Yankees.
Yankees, okay.
Yankees and Mets. Who was winning that year? Because they both of them had to struggle periods.
What? Come on now. I mean, come on now. Come on, Mets though. Strawberry, Gooden. That was a good time. In Mets baseball.
Oh yeah, no, that. But then after they had that little run, and then
you talking about like the very next day, like when Dwight woke up and missed the parade, he's like, I'm at the trap house and
right.
Oh, the parade's on TV. Like Dwight, come on, what are you doing? Hey B, what's good?
All because they won the World Series because somebody routine ground ball went through their legs. Basically, that it came down to that play.
That's crazy that's how you remember it. That's crazy that's the thing that you remember about it. The thing that I remember the most is that Dwight didn't make it to the parade.
Right. Now I remember it wasn't fast. Ground ball wasn't slow, and it was
like one of them. Man, you ain't been on our team no more, man.
Right.
Who picked him? It was like we knew we didn't want little Tyler.
I was like, man, poor little Tink Tink. Yeah.
He probably was the last one picked anyway, man.
Right.
Said, Astros Nation, baby. Okay, Houston.
AB.
Astros ain't got no bad team either. Astros been good for a long time. Houston, you just know them for baseball. Cheating too. But I'm just saying.
You said cheat too.
I don't care. I don't care if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's what they said in baseball. Miss D, a sweet 201. What's good?
You said it's a whole nother level of desire to win when you cheat. I don't know. That's a two-edged sword, but yeah.
sign stealing and all of that. Come on, seriously, signaling. I mean, I don't know. To me, all of that stuff goes on in sports. Period. It goes on in sports. Period. Now, Bill Belichick got caught, but there's some other people that was out there videoing. I mean, it's the day of the iPhone.
Yes. I mean, yeah. So I think it's easier to steal signs and signals because of technology.
On the WNBA, you could pull up a video of a single play. That single play, that single moment, and it'll play that for you. And I can easily match that with whatever else I had, whatever other notes I had going on or whatever. Like, come on. What?
Sometimes that takes the fun out of the competition, right?
Here's the thing. By the time we meet in the playoffs, we played enough. You know what I'm finna do. You know.
Can you stop it? Stop it.
Stop me.
Can you physically stop it?
At the end of the day, I think that's the best part about sports. Like, one of my favorite parts about watching my dad play was, hey, man, I'm finna take you right down here. I'm going to shake left, spin back right, and I'm going to bust your ass with this jumper right here. You got it? You want me to repeat it? Go right down there and do that. Now, you knew what I was going to do. Stop it. If you bad enough, stop me. To me, that's the whole thing of sports. If you can't, stop me. If you can't, clap for me. That's it.
That's it.
Hey, B, what's good?
Hey, talking about stopping this young lady here, Jewel Lloyd, it was hard to stop on the court until she, the second half had some field challenges with some injuries and feel like some she didn't seem herself, but she still was effective for Seattle Storm, aka the Clunkies. We're the Clunkies doing their own thing.
They mismanaged Jewel down the stretch.
They did. I think they should have used them more. I think the whole Gabby. We can go down that rabbit hole and talk about it, but when you put in a Gabby Williams that late, you take everybody off their rhythm. Dance to the rhythm. Like keep their.
It's like, hey man, who is my dance partner?
Right.
I was out here gigging like a mother with Skyler. So
I was
out here gigging with Skyler.
I don't know how smart that addition was.
This is an emergency. 1 second.
Okay.
I gotta take this. I'm sorry.
So, ladies and fam, I don't know how smart that addition of Gabby that late in the season was because they already had a they already sticking. They already had a rhythm. They already had a formula as a team and as a basketball family, the Seattle Storm, the Clunky. So just the question, it really add or did it take away? Because you had fresher legs and Horston was starting, now she's not starting. Then it took away from some touches and some minutes from Jewel Lloyd. So, I mean, the question is, was that a beneficial move? I don't know. I don't know. Was that a beneficial move? I don't know. So I just felt it was too late to add Gabby, and I felt like they were okay with what they had. I felt like they would have competed better in the first round with what they had without Gabby Williams. To be honest with you, and there was no disrespect towards her. She still produced,
right?
And everything. There we
go.
But you didn't use Horston.
There we go, and that's the problem right there. Horston, you brought Horston in, and you should have let Jewel and Horston finish.
I would have brought Gabby. If anything, I would have brought Gabby off the bench.
Well, she should have came off the bench, but I mean, Gabby showed up. Gabby showed up like that new toy on Christmas. You understand? Now you have been playing just fine with Skylar and Jewel and Ezzy and who else was out there? NECA. And all of a sudden, you threw all them Barbie dolls down when Gabby showed up. Now you just parading Gabby around the house. You know how it is when you get your new Christmas stuff.
I mean, when you think they were just doing it because she was hot off the Olympics, little financial boost.
I told y'all she was fool's gold. Period. Coming out the Olympics. I told y'all the WNBA they not no fools. They'd have been when it got her if she can make that type of difference. And then Gabby got over here and we let you back in the league, and now you still talking trash about being over here. You could stay where you was at. You didn't have to come back over here. You didn't have to come here. If you didn't want to be a part of this league, don't be a part of this league. But you came back over here and you was still dumping on Chicago Sky. I didn't like none of that. I didn't like the energy. I didn't like that they brought Gabby in and set Horston down. If anything,
Juju.
You let like you said, you let Gabby come off. You let Gabby come off the bench. I think the Seattle Storm.
I don't care.
Repeatedly,
I don't care if you knew Horston's been there and she didn't do anything to not start. She didn't go backwards in her progress. She was getting better in each game. So
I think Jewel Lloyd is who y'all was standing on her back, and then y'all routinely over this season showed her how you didn't have confidence in her and how it might not be her team. You brought Skylar in, you brought NECA in, you brought Gabby in. Let that be her team. That should have been Jewel's team.
Jewel can do it. She's been in the league since 2015, so she's still got a little bit.
That core should have been Jewel, Horston, and Ezzy, and everybody else fitting in around. And then Gabby coming in here late, it looks really good. I like what you said off the bench, and then for the future, I thought that Gabby was a piece that they should keep at the end of the season to go forward and not be so clunky. But you would have to probably let NECA go.
I don't know.
Maybe keep Skylar one more year.
Here's the thing. There is some when I was coached at high school in 2008, 2009, and I started all sophomores, and the senior came off the bench. I mean, it's just what it is. It's like you want me to play who can compete now, or you want me to play because they just been here and they're senior, but they're not producing. So, I had to take the flack for that for a while, but you know what?
Yeah.
People forget when you're winning.
Oh, winning cures everything, don't it?
So I started
since he set that senior down. Look at him. Oh, he's so smart. Look at that Coach Coleman.
Right.
Take that senior down. They got the winning. Woo!
So we lost in the first round of state playoffs with 4 sophomores and 1 junior.
Mm-hmm. And it was nobody could have said if he'd have played that senior. No, it wasn't space for that because you had earned that respect over the season by staying the course. Seattle.
And here's the thing, and I gave the senior opportunity to prove himself, and then it didn't work out for him. So for that, it was a boys team for that player. So I say all that, like, it's not about certain things.
Man, he appreciate that. He probably working in robotics right now.
You're right. Okay. It's not about seniority. It's about who produce. So I never agreed with that old school. If I got a younger player to play, if I got to take some hits early to have a better team later, let's do that.
Oh yeah, the best player will play.
Yep. So on that note,
and Ezzy, I did think got hurt. I do. Juju.
Yeah, Ezzy did. Yeah. For a moment. But they never really gave us a definitive.
I know. Nowadays they don't have to give definitives.
You're right.
Just be like lower leg injury. Her back hurt. She not feeling well. They don't give no definitive nothing no more.
Yeah.
Unless they got COVID.
MC23 says that Gabby messed up the pack. Yeah, messed up the rotation, the chemistry that they had established in the way of doing things. So, yeah, it's a chemistry.
Well, so, coach, blaming the coach. Will that coach still be there? This is our last remaining black female head coach in the league. There next season or not?
All right, look. Oh, I meant to put us up. Sorry.
That's all right. I don't mind being on camera.
All right, let's talk before we go into Lloyd. To me, she has the depth of the knowledge. The question is, how much of the decision making with the rotation is solely hers, autonomy in her hands, especially when you have a Sue Bird in office. I mean, you don't know. I'm not saying she doesn't have full autonomy.
Yeah, we just don't. That's what I'm asking too. And I'm thinking the same.
My thing is, I feel like this. I feel Noel has what it takes to be a successful coach. My thing is it stipulations because she is a black female coach and you got hands in the pot and they're not letting her make full decisions in her roster.
I haven't seen it. Somebody in the chat was saying that she was saying like her days are numbered as well, and so I don't know what that meant and what context that was said in.
Well, she probably understands where she stands.
You got to win. You have to win.
Franchise, yeah, it's the business. I don't think it's just, and the standard has been set in Seattle. They have won before.
Okay, Have they won?
You get what I'm saying? You know, when you come from a franchise that's already had championship success, people don't look at, oh, this is a new era, a new time. You look at, we need to get back to that. And the thing is in the NBA, you look at this new era in time. Do we have the roster to compete with this new talent that's coming in? That's what you need to look at. To me, do we have a balance on our roster to compete with this change that's coming, whether we like it or not?
I get that part, and we do. But I also think that as a league, this is a very, very critical time in coaching. And so what I'm saying is, as this thing is getting ready to take off, right? Because it's lightning in the bottom. Money's starting to come into this thing, right?
Right.
Black coaches going out the door.
Because money comes in.
And I don't want to be in a situation 30 years from now, 50 years from now, where the WNBA is going up here talking about, well, we're instituting a Rooney Rule where you have to interview a black coach before you hire a coach. And we should be very, I think, aware about that. And we should be
so the question is, why
diligent about
some coaches did not perform. So it wasn't whether they were a black coach. They happened to be black, but they did not have a successful 3 or 4 years. Now the debate may be, were they given fair time? Were they given fair resources? So those are things that
Tanisha Wright, I think so.
Okay.
Tanisha Wright, I think so. Teresa Witherspoon, I would say no.
Because remember, there's equality and then equity. Equity is being provide the same resources as my other counterpart from any other race or gender.
I mean, yeah, you know. So, and then for me, it's the diversity and inclusiveness. So it's one thing for, like, you let me come to the dance. Now I'm here. Who gonna ask me to dance? I want to be asked to dance at the dance when I get here. Don't just let me come to the dance. It ain't good enough for me to be here standing on the wall. Let me dance now that I'm here. And so a lot of times we get comfortable or complacent with just being able to be at the dance, and we don't even realize ain't nobody asked us to dance. You all dressed up, and ain't nobody asked you to do nothing.
They just asked you to show up.
Yeah, you just showing up. You look, and you watching everybody else dance at this thing. You're not included. You're not being included. It's not an inclusive space. And so this is the time right now where, as diligent and as intentional as we have been with everything else in this league, we need to be diligent and intentional about that, and not missing what's going on here. The money is coming in, color is going out at the top. Is what I'm saying. And that may not be a conversation that we're ready to have. I'm okay with that. If we are, I'm okay to have the conversation, because I would love to understand more and why. But
they did the grunt work, right, to sustain them through COVID. They did the grunt work to sustain them.
They did the grunt work for 28 years.
Yeah.
For 28 years, been around here doing grunt work and building the thing up. And now it's all ready to go. Let's be diligent about what we're doing. Let's be diligent. Let's be intentional.
Be intentional. Yeah. So now you have to advocate and come together.
And I'm tired of having to advocate to have black women lead black women.
Or makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Women of color. Women of color lead women of color.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher. Really, it is. That makes no sense. That should.
And this might be more hot talk than y'all wanted for the CC show. So I get off my soapbox.
We was on it. We just kind of traveled down this path.
Yeah, WNBA though. I'm watching. I'm watching. Owners, I'm watching. And I want to see. We have opportunities for black ownership in this league.
So basically, what we saying, Sky, you better hire somebody that look like. We don't even agree with you.
And the thing about the Sky,
I'm done with Sky as far as management, because you already showed us who you are.
Well, the thing about the Sky is this is a black woman that's in charge.
Supposedly.
Well, Nadia is in charge. Nadia is making the calls. What I'm understanding about,
as it appears in our eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, and what I'm understanding about Nadia, in all fairness, is that Nadia was very, very, very successful with Live Nation. And that's selling tickets. That's getting people out to the show. The piece that Nadia may not be very, very good at is the basketball operations piece of it. And sometimes you have to look at a business and say, oh, this was one position, but it may be better to have two subject matter experts in here. Somebody doing basketball stuff and somebody doing business stuff, and then you guys coming to meet in the middle to discuss what that looks like for the customers, or what the end user engagement looks like or experiences, right? But it's all good for you to sell the tickets, but you didn't have me show up in the show, and it ain't, and the show it's a shit show. So you got to be able to balance those things. And just some of the decisions that they're making, some of the ways that they moved, is just like, it's quite well. That's one way to do it. It's kind of, I walk away from Chicago Sky decisions like that. Like, well, that was one way they could have did it, but they'd really planned that thing, So I'm hoping that they're are taking a step back and regrouping and really, really, really thinking about how they move forward. But make no mistake, it'll be, and I think Angel said it. There are going to be some players here that come up and may decide not to come to the WNBA.
And they have every right to. I think, and that's something that's something that may happen sooner than later.
Oh, Unrivaled playing 300,000. Unrivaled playing 300,000. They only got to play 6 weeks.
I'll go overseas. I'll wait. I'll be back.
I only got to play 6 weeks, 300,000. I can go do something else, playing Athletes Unlimited. Sell my merch, whatever it is.
Work my brand.
These young people have way more options now.
Well, exactly, and that's where they got to get out of that old module of business. That this is 2024, and these young professionals are coming in with a brand already. They're coming in with some type of bag, because they're not going. They're not doing work study anymore in college. They making money off their NIL. On the Division I level, they're making money off their NIL, which they've earned because they put people in the seats at the respective universities that they represent and play for. So, and some people are still not happy about the NIL, but I appreciate that progress because they're the ones that's generating the revenue for you all these years.
I'm side-eyeing anybody that's questioning NIL. I'm side-eyeing anybody who's like, you getting paid for your work? I'm side-eyeing. That look crazy to me. Yeah. You get paid for your work, don't you?
Right.
Too much distrust in the Sky organization. They didn't have no plan. You could tell.
Yeah.
They had no plan, Marcus J. Yeah. You on borrowed time. Noelle say
Quinn.
She on borrow. Yeah. She said she on borrowed time.
As we go and jump in this, highlight Quinn, I just want to go back and say Noelle Quinn, she has the knowledge. I have confidence in her ability to coach and to connect with players, and she has a patient demeanor and a professional demeanor about her, where she's not too high, not too low, and that's not the feel good stuff. That's one of the pieces that's necessary to, I think, use to teach, and it seems like it appears she can teach the game as well. I definitely have confidence in her. She may need a different view, a different scenery. Maybe sometimes you've done all you can do in that time span with Seattle, and somebody else has to come along. But my thing is, I would like to still see her coaching in the Dub. I feel she's earned that, and she's shown that she's very capable of getting their teams to compete at a high level.
Has she won? That's a real question. Has she won at all in the Dub? I don't know.
She has not won a championship, but she's had winning records.
She wasn't the coach. She wasn't the coach at Seattle when they won.
No.
You never got it? Okay.
No. Of course, she came right after that. I forgot when
as a black female coach in this league, I don't think that she's afforded, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm sorry to say this, I don't think that she's afforded the opportunity not to get too high or too low. I think that's also Teaspoon's problem. She didn't get too high. She didn't get too low. She didn't show enough emotion. She didn't show enough fight, and I think it may cost them in the end. I don't think that they afforded that luxury. Like, I think that they have to be like, either extraordinarily good, like as far as just like winning, or I don't want to say it has to be some gimmick, but some type of backstory, some type of narrative that goes along with what they're doing. They can't just be the hand in my pocket. We'll talk about it at practice, coach. I don't think they look at that like they ain't coaching. Meanwhile, Chrissy Sides don't say, Chrissy Sides gets real. Chrissy Sides is very animated to me, so I won't use her. She's probably not a good one.
I feel some of that is to give a show, to make it look like you coaching. And that's what the public thinks coaching is, which coaching is done in practice.
Well, if you play sports, then you know that. I say it all the time, coach. If I pull out something, unless it's a special situation, if your coach is drawing something on the clipboard every time it's a timeout and got to keep pointing and telling you where to go and come over here and do it, what was you doing all week? Nothing at practice. So I get that, but I just think that they want her to have a narrative. They want her to be, I don't want to say animated or
rah.
Rah. Some acting that they want done with that for them to be like look at her like, oh, she's coaching. I just don't. Without the wins, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. NIL is a game changer for college women's sports. NIL is a game changer for college sports. Period. I think. Yeah, I love it.
On that note, we have Coach Quinn, the medicine woman. On that note, we have talked to the point of no return. Let's talk about. Here we go. We have. We have Jewel Lloyd. She's a four-year starter for Niles West High School in Skokie, Illinois. Jewel averaged 24.8 points, 11.9 rebounds per game, and scored 3,077 career points in high school. Her high school team went 93-31 during her 4-year span there. In Lloyd's final season, she went to Notre Dame from 2012 to 2015, and this is when Notre Dame was in the Big East. She was named ESPN's Women's College Basketball Player of the Year. At that time, in her last year, the Fighting Irish advanced to the NCAA championship game for the second year in a row. In college, at Notre Dame, Lloyd scored 1,909 points in her college career. She was the fifth on the list in the scoring for Notre Dame. Lloyd was drafted first overall in the 2015 WNBA draft by the Seattle Storm. Lloyd played 34 games with 23 starts in her rookie season for the Storm. This performance earned her WNBA Rookie of the Year award, where she averaged about almost 11 points per game. Fam, this is Jewel Lloyd. Let's go here and take a look at some of her work. Jewel Lloyd on the drive. And boom, to the baseline. Where is Jewel? Cut, V-cut, rip through. Shot goes up. Bucket. Where is Jewel? Catch. Rip through. Quick dribble. Quick release. Defense. Jewel in the passing lane after they double team. No foul call. Pull up the three transition. Jewel Lloyd. And fam, that is Jewel. That is Jewel Lloyd.
Do you expect Jewel to be in Seattle next year?
I do. I don't see any. I didn't see any major signs, but it'd be surprised. I see her there because it's bargaining in 1 year. I would stay because you can be on a 1 year thing with the CBA and all that up and everything. So
I don't think that Jewel Lloyd was the same after Jewel got poked in the eye.
Really, it would think it was really bad injury to the eye.
I don't even know if it was a bad injury. I just don't. I never really saw Jewel really get back. Jewel got poked in the eye and dropped like 30-something points. Cold. It was a cold. The eye poke game was a cold game. After that, I don't really remember Jewel going off after that. Because I just always wondered like what was going on in Seattle. Sleepless in Seattle kept coming to mind. Like something's going on. Something wrong there. Something is off there. Like Nika's not playing, but I mean, I see spots where y'all can use her. You got Skylar, you got Nneka, you bought Gabby. You kept adding, and I felt like they needed to just take some stuff away. So sometimes it was just too much, and they needed to just take a step back and just really see what they had and how they could best take advantage of that. I just thought that building and centering everything around Jewel Lloyd would have been like their best approach. But I wonder now.
As the clunkies turn, we should
as the clunkies turn. It's like I don't know. It's just weird.
Do the clunky clunk. Oh, do the clunky clunk. I mean,
clunky clunk.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you add it, but then it doesn't mix. Is it right recipe? Does it go with your recipe? Right? Does it go with your format? So
yeah, I mean, that's that's what it is. It's a recipe that they're putting together, and it's like I don't know. It might be a little too salty, and they ain't tasted it yet. Like they're not tasting it along the way as they cook it. I don't know. It's something.
What you do? Like today, right?
And then you throw somebody in there and say, "Hey, taste this, man. What I'm missing?" You know, something like that. Right. So I don't know if they need to say, "Hey, taste this, what I'm missing," or you know how, or it could be. This is the other thing with Seattle. It could be that like the meal is done, but it needs to simmer. You know, you smell the food and you like, "Oh, I'm ready to eat." They're like, "No, it's still simmering," and it's like it looked done. It needs to simmer. Trust me, it needs about 15 more minutes on the stove. I'm just not sure if it's not done or if it needs something else. I don't know. Who are you? You better believe it. Where are you? Yeah, who are you? Where are you?
Yeah. Where are you?
In the daytime with a flashlight.
All right, so we last, so we were just reviewing and bringing us back up to snuff to this WNBA playoff saga. And so last time on the CC show, so it will bring us to basically our show was Wednesday 2nd. So following our show, we had our show on Friday with the T. So that Friday night, Minnesota Lynx 90, Connecticut Sun 81. And that put Minnesota in the lead at that time 2-1. That was played in Mohegan Sun Arena. Then you had some signs of greatness. New York Liberty 81, Las Vegas Aces in 95. That was a 2-1 lead, and that was in Las Vegas. Before we move on, any reflections on those Fridays games from last week? Harold Williams.
Political Lil in the building. What's good, fam? Minnesota Lynx playing great basketball right now. I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. Connecticut Sun showed fraud on me. And I had the Sun. So I had the Sun in this series. I thought they showed up in the first game very well. The Ty Harris injury, I think, kind of threw some things off a little bit with Mabry having to kind of jump into the starting lineup and then kind of trying to figure that out. But just Minnesota. There's not much that I can really say bad about them. Nafisa Kari is playing out of her mind, but she still wasn't the MVP and she wasn't the Defensive Player of the Year. I wish there was another award we could give her because she's balling.
But now fans are saying she should have been because they're in the finals.
Of course they'll say that. Of course they'll say that now. I mean,
but the numbers in the production shows, and based off the situation.
And we'll forget that it's a regular season award and somebody will win the finals MVP.
It's not about where your team is; it's about your individual achievement.
this is an individual award in Asia. I still stand on business for Asia. Most improved, MVP, defensive player of the year. The numbers prove that. But I don't want to take anything away from them. But Nafisa's playing out of her mind. But I really, 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 really want to call out. And I don't even know if she's here. But Buki, go court, go court, go court, go court. Courtney Williams is a difference maker. In the last, I had to say, 4 to 5 games for sure.
Fifi,
I think
are you with me?
now I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna go back to that. So let's talk about that. Do you really think Angel's leaving? Yeah, I'm gonna totally switch gears since we went here. So okay. Yeah, let's talk about it. Do you really think Angel's leaving? I'm watching the energy. I'm watching the energy. Do y'all and can Angel will Angel be the first rookie to force her way out of somewhere? Could we see Angel stand on business and be like, I don't want to be here anymore? There's no way that you have a groundbreaking ceremony for what's supposed to be the facility and not have Angel Reese there, especially in a situation where you weren't going to have Camila Cardoso there. Like every time I think that the Chicago Sky are going to get this thing right. They fumble the bag. And I bet you all of the ownership was at the groundbreaking ceremony. I didn't even see it. I bet you they was all there. And that's the thing that's bothering me about Chicago Sky ownership. I should know Nadia's name. I can't really tell you the name of not any other decision makers anywhere else. Really, not at the ownership level. No, we call it Dwayne Wade name. He's more like a face. I don't think Dwayne has really doesn't have any real power. So we should know Nadia's name. To me, it says a lot about where the focus is there, and it needs to be on the players. And I hope that they get it right because it's a great time in Chicago right now, and they have a great young core, but they need to get a coach in there quickly, and then they need to figure out what they're going to do with Kennedy. And if Angel is headed out, Camila's probably headed out, and Chicago Sky are going to end up being this one time at band camp type of organization. Just like, remember that one time Chicago was good? You don't want to be that in Chicago to me. So, this is a critical time. And I hope that they take an opportunity to like really look within and see if this is a great opportunity for them, especially with Black ownership, to build generational wealth. And I hope they don't mess this thing up.
Well, right now, I mean, with political Lil, Sharon and Marcus feels I think they're on the way to fumbling flag on the play. I'm not wishing that, but the thing is this is what happens when you make a knee-jerk decision. You make a decision not based off of I think what is best for it's too many bedfellows or too many behind the scenes BS that happens sometimes, and so you make this decision based off some other behind the scenes deals sometimes, because there's a deal we see, and then there's deals that we'll never see,
This guy needs to quit. This guy needs to quit fronting. They had 2 people that wanted to be the coach. 2. Teresa Witherspoon, and I don't know who else.
Right. because they knew they messy. That's why. Right. So they're trying to give them a chance to clean their act up.
I like that. So the Black ownership is in front. Well, and that's the conversation that I want to be able to have. They're minority investors with no say, so it appears. But they got to keep running out here telling us. See, don't be that. Tell us that they running you out here to tell us. Political Lil, I can't wait to have you back on the show. Can't wait. Listen, we gonna have some political conversations with Political Lil. It has to happen on Cess Talk Sports. I hope y'all are waiting for it. I do a daily show, a weekly show, a monthly show. It don't matter. We got to start talking about the politics around sports. I have been saying I don't want to talk politics. I've been saying I don't. It's a must. It is a must. So we will have a political discussion on some of these topics. Angel will stay. So, and then the rookie contract. I see you, Mr. CM23. Here's the thing. Could you see Angel just losing for 3 years in a row? That girl lost more games last year than I think she lost her whole college career, didn't she?
Right.
Like she left, I think, and I feel like part of the reason she left Maryland was because she didn't want to lose, right? Yeah. Where does she go?
If she leaves?
Where does she go? Where? I mean, like Angel, where do you want to be? Where do you take your brand? Do you take it to LA? Do you make them give you the bounce? Angel, what do you do? Unapologetically, Angel is gonna tell us. She ain't gonna hold us up. That's one thing. That's one thing we can know about Angel Reese. Angel Reese will and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And she's gonna do it in the most polished, professional way possible. But she will let us know for sure. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip. I didn't. But when I saw that, oh yeah.
Oh no, I mean,
oh yeah.
Talk about it. Yeah.
I don't think Kennedy is coming back. I don't think Kennedy is coming back. I mean, it'd been on the coach, and I know people were like Cheryl Swoops.
What about it?
I don't want Cheryl Swoops as the coach. I don't want them to have an opportunity to try to dog Cheryl. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I'm here for it. Reese's relationship with her coach is paramount to her ability to rev the motor. Part of why she left Maryland is the coaching assistant. Yeah, so you gotta figure it out. Angel Camilla Asia, aka top of you. I have any top of you, Harold Williams. I hope you talk about Jason Fatlock talking about the league is full of Juana Man and CC should lead the W to start our own league match.
Jason is just a whole bunch of clickbait, and he's just trying to.
Hey, what's crazy about Jason is that Whitlock was one of my favorite people on TV. Whitlock and Marcellus was the reason I started watching FS1. Speak for yourself. The stuff that they was doing over there, having their own conversations, it looked like they were covering topics that were interested. And then as Speak changed, I didn't notice Whitlock, man. When the pandemic changed, when Whitlock bought his rower, when he bought that rowing machine, I ain't know Jason Whitlock no more. I didn't know him no more. So that was just weird. I don't know. And I don't know if he was just always kind of just hiding his true feelings, but it was very different for me. It was different for me to see him like on the show talking with Marcellus and then on his own show, like with Brett Favre bashing Dion. It was like, I don't know how we got here, Jason. Sheesh. I don't know.
Act like just a bitter. Be honest with you.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it, but
everything that Jason is bitter. So anyway, there's a lot going on. There's a lot for us to watch in the off season with the WNBA when it comes to if players are going to play, stay, they not feeling it. Coaches, is there any diversity on the sideline as far as the head coach?
As a coach, how are you feeling in this space at this time of year? Like, what is your focus? What should coaches be locked in on right now? Is it now you got the exit interviews done? What is it for the coach to do now?
In this business, it's a little bit different. It's different because you got so much more a different financial, I say, twist to it. Because it's nobody coming to your school. It's it's coming to a business agreement with another professional. So yeah, it's recruiting in a sense, but it's more of what you call professional recruiting.
I guess I'm wondering, like, is that at your level? Are they looking at the coach to do that?
Hopefully, we look at. Yeah, I want to hopefully have a relationship with my front office. If I'm not the one making decision on personnel, have a respectful relationship where we're looking at this is where our roster at. This is what we'd like to have. What do we have available financially? So hopefully, as a head coach on the pro level, I have that report. If I'm not given any personnel privileges or you say duties, hopefully I have that relationship. Say, hey, we should go after this, look after this, or what we think. So the thing is, I think as a head coach, if you're just a head coach in the pros in this WNBA situation, one of my focuses would be having a great relationship with operations and personnel and even management. And it's not to kiss up, it's to convey my vision and how I coach, my coaching philosophy. We have that understanding. So when we hit a bumpy road, and it's time to part ways. I didn't hide anything from that, and I kind of shared with you what type of talent I can coach effectively. So
okay, so I guess my question is like, so what your, like how you were saying, like what your coach's strategy is, like, and what you see with the team, is it not your responsibility to convey back now, like, hey, this player was working, this player didn't work? Should that, or do those conversations happen along the way throughout the season, and then we know, like, hey, this is what we're moving, this is what we're looking like, and then how much does the top down affect your strategy, like, or how much should it affect your strategy? I think as a coach, or should you own that part?
I mean, in this position, because some of their moves are going to be based on what they need to do financially, what moves that they need to move a salary, or move a person, or it's not working, or so my thing is to have also I would ask as a coach, I just need a basic understanding where you're operating financially, so I know how that impacts my coaching.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or what we can do based on what's available for what we have. And also it is all predicated on where I finished in the season, right? So if I finished in the non-playoff section, then we're looking at how can we get to that between 8th and 6th. Like if I finish 9 through 12, we're looking at what can we do, right? And I have the privilege to come back, right? Opportunity to come back. Then what can we do? What will we missing? What can we do to be in contention? Realistically, we can go from 12 to a 7th, between a 7th and 8th spot. You can, if you put your skill sets together the way you need. So, for instance, the Washington Mystics, he's not fired, so they should be looking at, we almost made the spot. So what are we missing? What I need to do? And don't come back with, as a head coach, don't come back with the same scheme.
And that was gonna be my next question. Like, so we looking at the players, and we're saying, hey, you need to get in the gym, and you work on your midi, and you work on this, and you work on that. What are those things that coaches look at and say, these are the things that I'm gonna work on, and then where, and then where do you go to learn those things?
Coaches need to learn something different too, because you got stats for anything. So what's the stats on your sideline out of bound play? What's your stats for your baseline, your OBs, right? Out of bounds, we call your baseline out of bounds, right? Your blobs. Mm-hmm. You call it your blobs, right? Your blobs and your slobs. Like, so you look at those little things, and then what is, how effective was this set? Then look at what the talent, if we get somebody, what adjustments do we need to do more? What do we need to do more of? Who needs to get the ball in their hand more? Who we didn't give a fair opportunity to do, and then and so the thing is, like, don't become predictable. So coaches need to go learn something different too. Right? Are you going to come back and run the same offense? Can't hear you. You're on mute.
You look at somebody like a Phil Jackson, right? I don't know how I hit that button. You don't I don't imagine him going to like coaching class in the off season. You know what I mean? So how do you get better as a coach? So that's a great call out. Like you're revisiting those stats that you have, those deep dive stats into who you are as a coach and how you've been performing. So great insight. Thank you. He said that's what Whitlock is paid to do: create disruption or bash a group of athletes. That's crazy work, though. Okay, so rebuilding the team as a coach, looking at free agents, away players. Yeah, run them likes up, y'all, on both platforms. Make sure y'all are following KBAF on YouTube. She had several meetings with seasoned coaches set up.
Yeah, so that's her professional development plan for herself, basically. Okay. And that's an inexpensive one, because you meeting with, so it's a professional development, and so that's smart too. I'm gonna hold myself accountable and meet with other coaches that are willing to visit with me.
And then is that something that you share with upper management? Like, yo, this is my plan for improvement, or is that something kind of personal to a coach, or is it kind of depend on the situation?
I mean, you want to show that you're proactive, you have initiative for your development, you're taking it. Like, I don't need anybody. So I think you want to be transparent and show how much you invest and believe in how much you believe in your gift or ability to coach. And then also, I don't know everything, so I'm willing to go learn, to be a lifelong learner. So Also shows what people would say in the corporate world, coachability or coachable as an employee. So no, you know, I feel if you have that rapport with upper management, then you should be able to say, this is what. Because really, some of us upper management have no clue what you should be looking at. As a high school coach, I've had some ADs. Basketball wasn't their thing, and they had no clue what I was supposed to be getting better at. So I had to come with, well, I need to go to this clinic, or I'll have an online webinar here that I'll be cost effective and things of this nature, and then come back and visit to see if that helped, you know, and if it was a communication thing, because generations changed. There's times in my coaching career where I even did communicating with, you know, players during that trip, you know, just always showing that I want to improve, not just X's and O's, but also you can never be, I'll speak for myself. To me, I feel there's always room for improvement of learning how to communicate effectively, because culture changes. We have cultural changes every 3 to 5 years. Generations change, so you got to get new tools of communication based off the changes.
Oh, absolutely.
So you can't convey your message or how you want your team to run if you're not connecting with them. And so I'm getting older, the players are getting younger, so I got to learn how to communicate. I mean, that's just, I mean, I'm speaking right. That's facts, right?
Mm-hmm. You got to continue to relate.
Yep, to relate, you know, and
you got to be able to continue to relate for sure. So, Coach, I know I threw your whole show off because I know that's what.
Wait, man, we know this is what the CC show is about. I loved it, man. I didn't even know this was gonna be like, you know.
I threw the whole show off, folks. This was not what we were talking about. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
I didn't know we was gonna reflect, review, relate. You know,
relax, relate, release. You know what I mean? You know, it happens. My bad, fam. My bad, fam.
Marcus J. What Marcus say here? As the WNBA turns, the Sky Star players Angel and Cardoso asked for the trade in the offseason. Tune in the next few months to find out. As the WNBA stars turn, good call, Marcus. We'll say they're in their contract, so they're supposed to be there, whether they like it or not. But you know, you could pull a Della Don, an EDD. Like, I'm not playing.
I'm not playing. But
hold on. You gotta go. Go ahead.
I'm not playing. But my question, though, Coach, is like, how many players in the WNBA could really be like, I'm not playing? How many of them really have that Elena Della Don ability? Now, I think the younger players coming in, they'll be able to say that a little bit more because they got they money built up.
Right.
But can they say, you know, do you have to be at a certain level? And that's what I'm trying to figure out in the WNBA. That's what I'm wondering. Is Angel gonna be the first one to be like,
I would not be shocked if she does that, because she has a bag that can support her, and it is not all predicated on. It's not all based on her playing. That's the thing.
Got you.
So the thing is, if your endorsements is based on you being in the court, right? That's what you got to look at. Is all your business agreements based on you producing on the court, right? Even though it's off the court endorsements, or if there are other investments that's going to make money for you regardless. So those are things we don't know. That's, you know, each individual, that's case per case, you know, per player, per their business investments. So if a good, you know, I would, if 60-70% of my income is based off of other investments, then I would shut it down if I don't like, you know, what's going on. I think sometimes you got to stand on business and not take that. People think you just take it because you love playing.
This is gonna be the first time that somebody gonna be able to be like, hey, you know what? I'm not.
Good. I'm good.
And I haven't did a lot of years here, but I can be good because I'm a brand and I'm NIL, and I have a second job in Unrivaled. And if I say that I want to play Athletes Unlimited, I'm sure that they would. And if I said that I wanted to go international, I'm sure that there's an international team that'll pick me up. Like, I think people get caught up in like the NIL numbers that they see out there. Like, Angel made $100,000 in NIL. Don't count Angel's money.
Right.
All that NIL money ain't reported. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all quit trying to count these young people pockets. They don't count their coin.
Right, definitely. So on that note, we've been around the world. On that note,
my bad.
No, I love it. This is what our show was about. That means That means our show was coming to our own. You know, we coming into our own. You know, Sunday, October 4th, New York Liberty 76, low scoring game. Las Vegas Aces 62. They closed it out. You said they threw the Timberlands on the mid court. They put the Tims out. Is that what happened? The disrespect. And then in another note, Becky Hammond
said, the Tims was nasty work, Coach. I'm sorry, and it went down on my team. We got the whole thing, but that was nasty work. I don't care what nobody say. That was nasty work. We got to take that. And like Becky said, we talked our trash. They heard it.
They heard their trash talk. I mean, they earned it. They in the finals. Minnesota Lynx had to go the distance of 5 games. Minnesota 82, Connecticut 92. That was on Sunday, October, and so that tied the series at 2-2. So then on Tuesday, October 8th, that was just yesterday. Lynx take care of business, 88-77. Minnesota wins 3-2. So you, as I think somebody in the fam said, they said it's going to be a Ranch and Mayo championship. Is that the phrase I've heard in the lives, Auntie? So, with that being said, I'm gonna go on and I'm picking here. I'm gonna show you for the first game in Barclays. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I am picking Liberty to win the first game in New York and Minnesota for the Minnesota to win the second game, and they go back to they'll go back. This is where I see what's happening. They will go back to Minnesota to 1-1 with a 1-1 tie.
So I don't know if Coach will pull it up. I see Political Lil saying, "Tell us about the Tims." So Timberlands is something that's a New York thing. If Coach will share my screen,
okay, you ready?
They went and set they their Tims like on the Las Vegas Ace in the middle of the floor. I mean, that's the equivalent of like, who was that? Was that Terrell Owens that gave on the star out there? That hurt right there. You went and stood on business on my logo. We owe y'all for that. We'll see y'all soon. But that was cold. That was nasty work. That's nasty work right there. I don't care what nobody say.
Work boots on there. They went to work.
They went to work on us, and they put the work boots out there, and they put the New York work boots out there on us, man. That is
Marcus said a fresh pair.
That's nasty work right there. Great. That's great trolling. That's great trolling. Only thing that would have been better than that right there was Ellie in the Tims on the Ace.
Yeah.
If they'd had Ellie come out in the Tims and stand on the Ace and take the picture like a gangster, that would have been it. But that right there, that's nasty.
That was still cold, though. That was still cold.
That's cold.
Cold-blooded. Look, you was cold-blooded.
It's another video. It's another video where like the Aces is sitting down and they try to talk to the girl, and then like the Liberty walk in and the girl get up and leave with the dude, and then the Aces dude is sitting there. They put some cold work out there on the internet. The trolling is the truth. I give New York I give them they respect, man.
No, they did. They made that happen.
But the only reason that it was that important is because it stung last year.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Yes, it stung last year.
They felt it all season. That's what it was. It felt it all season. Season.
Absolutely. And then to find out that Stewie was going through like the loss of her father-in-law and all of the emotional stuff that she was going through last year, to be able to show up focused in this year, you can see a difference. So, salute to New York. I can't take nothing from them. They beat our ass. They did. And they get ready, and they're gonna win the championship.
You were talking about players playing, maybe not. Well, this is what we're looking at a possible. Is there a WNBA? Is the WNBA headed for a salary standoff? That means players all come together and say, we're not playing.
Oh, they're going to opt out. They're opting out. The new TV
players union has a chance to force. We're talking about this upcoming season, fam, in the chat.
Yes.
The players union has a chance to force the league's hand this year. The WNBA's current collective bargaining agreement runs until 2027, but the WNBPA can opt out of the CBA by November 1st, moving up the expiration date to after the 2025 season. So with that being said, with that wiggle room there, you may have abbreviated season or no season.
Oh no, they'll play. They'll play. The one thing that I remember about them talking about the dream was the WNBA, unlike other leagues, I think they were talking about this in the documentary, is like for them to go on strike, you could not have a league. Because it's not just owned by owners. Like the NBA owns part of it. You could have people pull out. You could have people be like, "Hey, y'all don't work this year. There's no reason for me to keep funding this thing." So I think they'll play. I think that the WNBA Players Association, NECA has known for a long time that for a long time that this was coming, and I think that they've been setting themselves up to prepare to be in this negotiation. The WNBA can't afford it. They dropped Unrivaled on them, and they're paying $300,000. You got China out there, So to me, it's already been decided that they're going to opt out on the. And this is just my opinion. I ain't seen nothing official, but based on the moves that they're making, it seems like the WNBA Players Association will opt out of that collective bargaining agreement by November 1st. It appears that they have advised as many people as they can within the league to set themselves up to be in position to have to only sign 1-year deals coming into this next season, and then they'll go from there. But I fully expect them to not to have a work stoppage.
Okay.
I think the league is still a little too young and a little too still unstable to be like we standing on business and going on a walkout. But we shall see. As Coach Rowe likes to say, we shall see. I see Political Lil saying that it's a good point. It's possible. I think if anything, what the WNBA Players Association should do is be pushing back now to say that TV deal y'all signed, y'all need to see can y'all get some more money with that, because it wasn't the money that you guys should have got for the long term that you signed for. The NBA clipped them dollars. Yeah, the $2.2 billion should have been a yearly amount. Yeah, the NBA is and then you owe the NBA $50 million. $50 billion, is that what they say? $50 million they owe them? So at some point, I'm expecting like Shaquille O'Neal to just walk in and just buy the WNBA from the NBA. Like, here go y'all, man, $50 million. Here's y'all $50 million, and I own the league now. And then we'll move in a different league. That I keep waiting to wake up and Shaq owns the league, but we'll see. But I don't think that the players
own the league.
Yeah. Hey, Shaq will own the league. So
Shaq will own the league. Shaq got a cartoon, but I digress. Go ahead.
Man, Shaq got a lot of stuff. I'm trying to see if I can get Shaq to DJ a party for me.
How you retire and you got a new cartoon?
He should kill O'Neal, man. He is. I mean, the big.
you retire from the league.
The big Aristotle. Yeah, trying to strong arm the WNBA is kind of hard. So for me, it's like y'all better try to be amicable. Oh yeah, you said it was $10 million a year for 26 years, and I'm sure they snatched their interest. Oh yeah, they want their interest off top.
Oh yeah,
they want their interest off top.
Give me my money.
There are 7 teams out of the 12 that are individually owned. If those 7 owners, to me, need to be trying to get 5 other owners to buy the rest of the league, get the NBA out their business. And me, I think that, this isn't a popular answer, but I really love Mark Davis as an owner. I would be looking at more football type owners to buy into this league, and not NBA owners. They're not no fun. The NFL owners are fun. Mark Davis is like, spend the money, build the stuff. If you build it, they will come. The NBA is like, we're not sure yet. How much money y'all got on the arena? So I like the idea of bringing in some more NFL type owners. So Jerry Jones, I'm here for it. Who else? I don't know. I think we need to get some.
Man. I thought the Steelers was gonna win that game.
You thought the Steelers was gonna win what game?
against Cowboys.
If Kobe was alive, I could see him owning the W and how much he was putting in stock in girls basketball after he retired. Owning the league, I don't know. Being a very, very heavy influence, yes. But you mentioned him, and it just makes me so sad that we should be getting ready to watch Gianna Bryant. We should be getting ready to watch Gianna Bryant this year, and so we were robbed of that. And that makes me sad because I would have loved to see what a young female Mamba would have looked like. And I know y'all got some other people y'all call out here, y'all call Mambas, but Gianna, whew, she was gonna be something. That kid was gonna be something. So.
Yep. So, last but not least, I have something to see.
What you got?
I have a fun slide for us. Reggie Miller talking about, this is a quote from Reggie Miller talking about, this team will be undefeated. Reggie Miller reveals his top 7 WNBA players of all time. His sister, Cheryl Miller, 1. That's 1. Candace Parker, 2. Diana Taurasi, 3rd pick. Maya Moore, 4. 5. Cynthia Cooper, 6. Lisa Leslie. He said, and so this is his quote, that the team will be 500-0 over their time. Give me another 6 that's beating my squad. And then he said, I will. And then Reggie goes on to say, I will throw in Tamika Catchings. No one's touching me. No one's touching that squad. Any thoughts? It was just some fun posts, fun thoughts.
Give me Cheryl Swoops.
Give
me Dawn Staley. Katrina McClain.
3.
Teresa Edwards.
4. Yeah, 3 more.
I gotta take Tina Thompson.
5.
Probably Lauren Jackson.
6.
And I'm just coming off the top of my head, so I'm not even really sure. I don't even know if I don't even necessarily remember the 6 names I just told you, but I probably would go Sue. I don't know. I'm thinking about Sue Bird. I'm thinking about Sue Bird. I was thinking about Yolanda Griffith. I thought about Simone Augustus. I thought about Sylvia Fowles. I get him. That's a great list. But yeah, I think I probably could come up with 7 that I think would challenge him.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably would go my old heads. So like
McClain. Go with the old heads. OGs.
Yeah, people got awards named after them. The Katrina McClain Award.
Right. Okay.
The Dawn Staley Award. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming with the. I see you got a couple awards on there too. I would have to get with Juju. I think that's what I'll do. We're gonna take this 7. I don't know if you still in the chat. Everybody loves Juju 112. I mean 112. Oh, not the group. Juju 1-2.
Juju 1-2.
I think you can make a case for a competitive 7 to that list. Political Lil, maybe we gonna come up with a list of 7, Reggie, to come to play against them.
Yeah. We got to.
Ruthie Bolton. I mean, I could throw some names out here at you, man. Like Kim Perot, like the McGee twins.
Yeah.
Like it's some names I could come with, Reggie, and just like Cheryl Swoops, the McGee twins, Dawn Staley. Come on, yeah, I'll rival your 7, man. Katrina McClain. Yeah, we gonna come with 7. We gonna come with a 7.
We gonna come with 7. Okay.
Yeah, we gonna come with a 7 for Reggie 7. That's a good conversation though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juju 1-2. I don't know why I called her. Everybody loves Juju 112. Everybody loves Juju 1-2.
112. Baby, come to me.
Oh man, anywhere. You know what I mean? 112. Don't act like I ain't gonna act like they wasn't a hit. Now they had some hits.
They was banging.
They had some hits. Cupid. You know what I mean?
Cupid doesn't matter.
Definitely gonna be a lot of 1-year deals this upcoming season. Oh yeah. The only people that's not signing 1-year deals is people that don't have 1-year games. And I'm telling them now, and I hope that they're listening. Those of you who don't have games where it's like, ooh, we would take you. You need to find some place to hide in the WNBA right now.
Right.
Whatever, 2-3-year deals, get in that, sign that deal, get in that corner. Don't come out till they call you. You hear me? Find some place to hide in this league. It's only going to be 156 jobs, 168 jobs, something like that coming up here.
Hey, be the best practice squad you can be. Okay, scout team you can be. You know.
And if you're wondering who I'm talking about, it's probably you. If you're not clear who is the people on your team that don't have 1-year games, if you're not clear, then it's probably you that doesn't have a 1-year game. So hide right now. Hide someplace good. I don't know. Get you a good hiding spot in the I don't know, in the furnace room somewhere. I don't know. Hide. Because people with no talent will be out of this league in the next 3 years. This is going to be one of the most talented.
Oh yeah, because it's changing so rapidly.
World.
Yeah, no, it's not. Nothing's going to stop you. Can't stop.
And I'm not playing. Listen, these kids are not playing around. These young people coming up not playing around. Hannah Hidalgo did so much work this summer. She looked taller than me. God damn, I ain't playing. I said, damn. When I looked at the video, I said, if I ain't mistaken, that girl looked a little taller than she was last year.
she was in strength and conditioning sessions.
Strength and conditioning. Hey, listen, I don't know what they stretched her out. Hey, listen, go gadget arms. Hannah not playing with y'all this year. Hannah's not playing. Juju's not playing. Lay not playing. None of the Gamecocks is playing. But let me tell y'all who is not playing with y'all. Paige Becker's not playing with y'all. Paige Becker's not playing with y'all. Period. Paige ain't playing. Put some respect on her name. Y'all think she wasn't working. She's working. All right, Political Lil. Until next time, I appreciate you checking in, fam. Thank you so much. Y'all run them likes up.
Oh, where may buy Auntie Sess a coffee or a Coca-Cola?
Oh, who buy me a Coca-Cola today? Coach, let me drop that cash app. Somebody buy me a Coke today. Who got me? Who buying Auntie a Coca-Cola today? Who buying me lunch or something?
Go ahead.
What we got going on?
Drop that cash app.
So, Coach, we got a movie coming up tomorrow night. I know you say you got Liberty 1, Minnesota 2. Who do you have finishing this thing off, holding the trophy?
I got Liberty finishing. I think it's their year. Calm down, Diamond.
Diamond was like, maybe not. Maybe
she's like, no.
Say Minnesota and see what Diamond say.
Minnesota. She didn't say anything.
No. I don't know. Say New York again. Let me see.
Liberty. Okay.
New York. Diamond, you ain't trying to help.
Come on, Diamond.
Paige is on a mission, AB. Mr. CM23, what up? Did you say what up?
Well, yeah, that's where we at with the picks. Make sure you go ahead and buy that Coca-Cola. Okay.
Hit that cash app for me one time.
Yeah, it's the Coca-Cola, Minnesota. Well, look, we had an hour. This is what we have today. It's a lot of things.
Juju, jump in the Discord. Juju, jump in the Discord.
There's a lot of things that Diamond, if you hear the background, Diamond's not happy about in the WNBA right now.
Harold Williams, on the way out. That's a great point. Lakers have a chance to make history. First ever father and son world champs. That would be cool. I don't care what nobody says. Beat me up in the comments. I'm not a LeBron fan. LeBron and his son checking into a game and picking somebody up 94 feet in the NBA. Beat me up in the chat. That was dope.
So we did this for about an hour and 20 minutes without you. There's no us. We just encourage everyone to be kind to someone and that they may pass it on. I mean, we may change this world one kind act at a time. Be great. and your preparation become excellent in your performance champion mentality.
Y'all know what it is. Until next time, which is, I don't know, in a few minutes. I don't know if it's in actually a few minutes.
Long dogs.
We got Mr. Long Dong himself coming up sometime this afternoon. I believe we may have a slight change to that. I may be coming back by myself on that. We'll see. But we got Cess Talks Bets, hopefully with MJ Lover, 23 coming up at 3:00. We got Timeout Let's Talk with me and Juju, and then tonight, y'all, I'm hanging out for late night NBA. We got the Warriors versus the Kings. Come hang out, talk hoops. We at Auntie's house. Pull up. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. We out.